Second Awaken, Light Living Armor time. This is, I believe, the only one we have not done a video on yet. We did the fire a little bit in the Dimension Raid video, not a full video just on him, but Light Living Armor, so he changes his, well, number one, he makes his second skill irresistible, so it's an irresistible defense break, and then also his third skill, Ruins, becomes a passive. So it's not a third skill that has a cooldown, it's a passive, so if the enemy's under defense reduction effects, which this is going to guarantee doing it, it will attack 3 more times to inflict damage that increases according to your defense and disturbs its HP recovery for 2 turns. So we're going to Second Awaken this guy. However, the big thing that people are upset about with this unit is he actually gets weaker after his... Yeah, he actually gets weaker after his second... We should have tested it before and after. That's a missed opportunity. Why was I 10 seconds late to thinking of that? But he actually does less damage since it's a passive, not a skill through the cooldown. They reduce the amount of damage that he does. So we're going to test it out. We're going to see how much damage he can do with this. And then maybe we'll see if we have him on a different account and we can compare and contrast. But it won't be the same. It won't be the same exact runes. So we have to change these runes, by the way, because this is nonsense. We're going to put him on Rage, defense, crit damage, defense. So let's do that now. So we have him here on plus 2,000 defense, 225 crit damage, only 80% crit rate, which you know is this is going to bite us. That's going to bite us. And then we have the artifacts are these. Not anything amazing by any stretch of the imagination. So first test, we're going to do not RTA because he would get eaten alive with all of the additional damage and artifacts in RTA. He would take like 2 hits from anything, from like Juno, and he would be... Actually, Juno has additional damage here, so he's probably going to take 2 hits and die here too. We have the... We could use Copper with this, right? So we have this team. We have the defense lead. We have the defense buff, crit buff. We have the cleanse because you know they're going to put a bunch of debuffs on. And then we have this, which is going to do a defense break with skill 2. And then, just to temper your expectations, the skill, the passive, is not going to do crazy damage. People have already been complaining about that the passive doesn't do crazy damage. It does crit. Let's see. 7k each. I mean, that wasn't the worst. It wasn't the best, but it wasn't the worst. Oh, Xiangfei is going to... Oh, never mind. Xiangfei is not going to take all the damage. We do have this. So let's see if Juno is going to just one-shot. Okay. Well, he's not dead just yet. Let's do nice. Okay. Yeah, that's beautiful. Oh, man. I was hoping it was going to defense break. But such is life. Right? Right. Okay, well, luckily we don't have defense breaks on us just yet. We will save that. And we'll do... We don't have to do Powerful Smash. We do Pulverize. It's going to work regardless of what... Yikes. There was no defense buff on him. There was no crit buff on him. So that's why he didn't do a crazy amount. Let's see if he can take the Juno down. He should be able to, right? He should be able to. He's going to do, what, like 50k damage? That's not the worst. I mean, he's hitting multiple times. You know, he's like a budget Han. He also doesn't have a speed lead. He also doesn't have... Well, he's similar, I suppose. Ooh, he didn't take her down. I had thought that was going to do more damage, actually. And now Juno solos. Well, you know how these things happen. I don't know why they happen like this, but you know they happen like this. Oh, my goodness. Yep. Juno solo. Juno's actually gonna solo this. It was supposed to be a joke. Oh, jeez. Oh, Juno. Oh, my God. He just keeps going. Okay. We'll just get... Well, this should kill. Okay, hooray. We're going to try them out in some different areas now. We have Castle of Forgotten Ruins. Forgotten Heroes is definitely what I said. Not Forgotten Ruins. So let's see if he's any decent here. Not that we would bring him in as the most premium pick. However, it could be useful. Let's see. What do we have on the boss stage? We have... And I know a lot of people like to use Riley here, but it makes more sense to use him since he's a defense-based unit, and we want that max damage, kind of slightly max damage, I suppose. Okay, now he's attack buff and defense buff. Nice. This is not gonna go well. Would have liked for the Megan at least to get stunned. with Veramos. Let's see. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Okay. And now he's defense broke. Oh, jeez. Oh, I thought he was actually going to finish that off. Okay. That didn't go the greatest. Can we stunt? No, we cannot. But she's going to hit Veramos anyway. Is this a tanky or a squishy Veramos? He's not doing terribly for a defense-based bruiser. Could be worse. And we might not want to use Copper in this instance. Like, Copper just after he does his skill, then he's done. He has to wait for the cooldown again. So this guy can just keep going. No comments. No, we don't need to make any comments. Let's see if we get soloed by the Dark Paladin. It could happen. He's kind of squishy. Luckily, we have the defense buff, and he's full HP, so... yeah, it's gonna be... he didn't die just yet. Yeah, the Dark Paladin here is kind of, as you can see, making him not do really much of anything. Well, I mean, we beat it, right? It's not the worst team. It's not the worst team. We'll test him out against this defense now, too. You know, to be honest, if you go into it expecting to be really, really, really let down by the passive, it's like, okay, he wasn't doing crazy damage with all those extra hits, but he is still doing some. It's just a very low multiplier. So, I don't know if Comtuous will decide to roll that back and give him a better multiplier with skill 3. I mean, it's not like he's super crazy. They could afford to. They could, as if there was something that they had to spend money on. They can afford to give him a better multiplier with skill 3. Lols. Well, let's see if we can take anything down over here. We're going to do the big damage here and the defense break. But maybe because it's a guaranteed defense break, they're like, you know what? We don't ever do guarantees, so we got to make the rest of it not as exciting as you think it's going to be, since it's a guaranteed defense break. Really, that kind of gives them value, though, because there's not, aside from ignore defense and Tiana, yeah, there's not really too much that you can have any guarantees on in this game. So I think maybe they are putting some value into that guaranteed defense break. But he's not the worst. He's usable. Like, things are actually, he's killing things. Let's do that. Let's do, and he's gonna get the, oh no, he still has the defense break on. I mean, if he doesn't crit some of these hits, that's not necessarily his fault. That's, we don't have him on max crit. Now we don't have a crit buff, so not his fault if he's not critting. But if you go into it thinking you're going to be disappointed he's going to do less damage than you think on the extra hits, then it's not that painful. It's not that painful if you brace yourself. We're going to test him out now against this super meta defense. Let's see. He's going to die. He's just going to die, and then he's going to die again, and then he's going to die a third time. Let's see. Oh, no, we resist things. Okay, something's going to die. Oh, no, she cuts. Something's still going to die. Really? Let's do this. Let's kill some things. This sounds like a good game plan. We're not going to kill Theomar just yet. We're just going to give him an attack power buff. Let's do this. This way we have... Oh, we could have taken the Savannah down. Whatever. We have a stack now. I assume she's dead. Great. Now we have a stack on... or a second stack on Nana. And we should be okay. However, we did cut the Theomars. That's kind of one of the reasons we weren't completely destroyed just at the very beginning. Oh, thank you for the immunity I didn't need to use, and I don't know why I did that. Story of my life. I don't know why I did that. That's my autobiography. Sound like Steve Urkel that way. See this? Not the worst. Let's do attack power break on him. I almost said buff because I don't know which words mean what things. Story of my life. Okay. Calm down. So he didn't crit there on the first one, which seems like he just does no damage with anything, but he would have done much more damage if he actually crit. Oh, I should possibly use this team more. And now we just win with literally anything. So that is Silver the Light Living Armor. Is he a super meta, top tier, must build new two-way unit? No, not by any stretch of the imagination. Is he better than Copper and Bulldozer? No, but the defense break is pretty nice in situations where you wouldn't want to use Copper and Bulldozer necessarily, like for example if it's a dungeon or something, and also if you need heal blocks. I already thought about this for Necropolis, but he wasn't really performing very well in there. Ultimately, he's a unit that you can use in Guild Siege if you would like to, and in some areas in the Dimension Hole if you'd like to. I would not bring him into RTA. He dies so easily to additional damage, and then also, and immunity as well, right? Which Copper doesn't really have to worry about, and his base speed is only 98. So there's a lot of things that are going to stop him from being used and being meta in RTA, but he could be decent for Guild Siege, as we've seen, and I'm sure he works in more bruiser teams in Siege. So anyway, that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you as always in the next one.